this video, I want to show you how to utilize the document scan feature in Samsara. Very useful. It makes it pretty easy for you with the new updates they've done to the Samsara camera ability. So we're going to open up the Samsara driver app. I'm going to skip past this first screen. And down here at the bottom, in purple, I've got documents. This is showing me the documents that I've previously done. So I'm going to hit create new document at the bottom. And then here's the different types that we've created in our company. I'm going to do OTR load paperwork for this example. Now it shows you back here the things that are required, things that are not. I'll walk you through some of these. So for example, we're going to require a bill of lading number. Just in case when you scan in the document, the bill of lading doesn't show up, we want to have that. Choose the date that you loaded so that we can kind of match that up with our records, the time, and you can put whatever you want. I don't really care. Time's not as important. Date is important. Enter the trailer that you're using on this load. Enter this, for example. Now for the scanning part. Now this is really nice because Samsara is going to ask to use your camera, and then it's going to use the abilities of your camera. What I want to point out is make sure you lay it out nicely. Don't if you have it up on your wheel or it's all bent or something, it's going to make it really hard for it to detect it. So what I'd recommend, put it on your lap or put it on a book on your lap so it can be flat, and try and make sure the lighting's good. If it's really dark, it makes it that much harder. And then you just got to hold your device up so that it can try and detect it. You might have to move it around a bit to help it out. And it's going to look for the edges of that. And it's going to bring it in. And look how nicely it did it. Now you also notice the colors changed. Down here in the bottom left, there's this little icon, kind of looks like a magic wand. That's the filters. So here's what it looked like before. It has shadows. What we recommend is the black and white is the best. You can see how that just makes it all black and white. It prints out easily if we had to print it out. You can play with the different filters to see if you think on a certain document it looks nicer. Just black and white would be mostly recommended. Let me show you a couple other documents. Like this one's a small half page and it's pink. And let's see how it does here. Again, got to hold it very steady. And it already applied the black and white filter, and look at that, super nice. Changed it from this pink page with shadows to being very legible. Hit next. And you can do this with different documents. For example, this is a tough one. This is like a business card. It's looking for a page, so it might have a hard time with something like this. But just try and help it out as best you can. It's going to try and pick up those edges. And look at that, it did a pretty nice job. You might have to be patient with it. I'm going to apply the black and white filter, but you can see how that removes some of those items on there. So depending on the document, you may or may not want to apply that filter. And when you're done, just here in the bottom right, you can hit done. It's going to show you all your documents. Let's say you're like, shoot, I forgot, I hit done. Just hit add page at the top and you'll be able to keep scanning. In this particular one, I added a spot where you could add a scale ticket photo. I don't have a scale ticket, or any additional receipts that you had, like maybe you had to buy a part. Let me show you just a receipt that I got from the grocery store recently. And it's kind of the similar idea. And it scans it in and apply the filter. It's clear, allows us to see what's up with that. And then I'm done scanning that. Hit next. One other thing we put in here, any notes you feel relevant. For example, like it took 2.5 hours to load, or maybe I want to say on that receipt, the receipt was for a new headlight, something like that, just so it helps us understand what's the purpose of that, right? Okay, then you hit done. It's going to show you, okay, here's where you entered all the information. I didn't enter scale tick photos, so there's no check mark there. That's okay. I hit submit document, and it's showing me that it's thinking about it. It's uploading everything, and it's been submitted. So now it'll show up in the offices, Samsara portal. Very easy. Hope that's helpful. We really like it if you could get your scans in as quick as you can, because that helps us. One thing that I should also add about this is, for example, say I ended up getting another receipt or something. I can go back in here and I can make edits to it. Like I could be like, oh, I did end up getting a scale ticket, or I have an additional receipt. I can still add a page and then rescan it. I don't have another piece of paper, so I'm just going to rescan the same thing I've already done. I hit next, I hit done, and it's going to add that page. Hit next, it runs me through these prompts again, done, and I can resubmit it, and it updated it. And Ta-da, there it is. It put a note in there that you need to keep the app open while you're uploading. Don't close the app while it's uploading. Wait for that wheel to stop spinning, and then you can close it out after it says submitted. Okay, hope that helps.
Well, I hope you found this video really helpful. If you want to, click right down in here. This is the subscribe button. That'll give you more of our helpful videos. And then after that, come over here and click here for more of our videos. Remember, truck drivers are American heroes. Let's make truck drivers great again and keep on trucking.